The Mariners in Sydney kicked off at a cracking pace at Blue Tongue. A crossbar rebound fell to Jenna Kingsley, but her shot flew high. It was a vibrant first half, with both teams hell-bent on attack. Sydney skipper Heather Garriott picked up Sarah Walsh with a brilliant pass, but Jill Loyden shut it down superbly. This was going to be a tense afternoon. Sydney's passing game was sharp. Lena Karmas given the chance this time, but again Loyden was where she should be. The game was flying along. A Central Coast corner resulted in a chance for Lydia Vandenberg, but she would have preferred it on her left. Something had to give, and a give and go from Karmas got it going. Walsh and Ledbrook ran the space as well to set Karmas free, and finally Loyden was beaten, but only just. The Sky Blues got the better of an even first half, but they controlled the start of the second, Kaya Simon blasting 1 from 20. Try as they might to find a clincher, they just couldn't pierce Loyden's defence a second time. But nor could the Mariners grab an equaliser, even with a stoppage time corner. And Sydney emerged with the win and the 3 points to take them to the top at just the right time. And so they avenged their round 1 loss to the Mariners with Karmas's effort, but full credit to both teams for one of the games of the season.
Oh, absolutely delighted. It was such a hard game to play in. 1-0, we scored an early goal and the girls fought hard. Central Coast really tough today, but yeah, I'm really delighted and really glad we won the premiership.
Yeah, it's a little disappointing. I think if you're a competitor and you come out and lose a game like this, it means so much. It's always disappointing. But, you know, you can always take stuff away from it. I mean, it's a great situation for us to be in, 1 down. And how are you going to react? How are you going to respond?
Brisbane took all of 2 minutes to knock in their first against Newcastle through Claire Polkinghorn. And they settled into a goal-scoring rhythm that sat well with Tamika Butt. She grabbed her first after a parry from Alison Logue. And her second after a sweeping down-foot exchange featuring Sasha McDonnell and Jo Burgess. This was a simple case of the attack being too quick to allow the defence to get set. 3-0 after 26 minutes. Few chances came the Jets' way, and the Raw back 4 were onto them every time. A hat-trick was on offer for Tamika Butt, and when Kellen Knight's cross was pulled back by Burgess, she happily slotted her 3rd and Brisbane's 4th. By late in the game, Newcastle had lost their appetite for the fight, and so Lana Haak had little trouble picking up Jo Burgess with a 40-metre pass. The finish was made to look simple. Brisbane will be pleased to have rediscovered their goal-scoring prowess running into the semis. In stoppage time, Lana Haak made it half a dozen. So no joy for the Jets against last year's champs, but plenty for Tamika Butt, claiming the W-League's second hat-trick of 2009.
Yeah, I think we once again dominated the first 10 minutes or so, got an early goal there, which was good. I think we created a lot of chances and we're sort of getting back to the football that we're sort of capable of playing, so it's good to get a bit of momentum going into the semis.
Today's a bad day for us, but it's been a good year, and from a development point of view we've come an awful long way, so hopefully it stands in good stead for next year, and we'll do a lot of work between now and next year. But we've never had the environment before to do a development programme. We do now have the opportunity to do it with the local support, and we'll look to do that.
Adelaide may have been out of the championship race, but Canberra was still in with a chance, a win crucial for a shot at a top 4 finish. Ashley Sykes did her best to keep the back-to-back finals dream alive, but Adelaide was determined to make Canberra fight for it. United kept coming, but keeping their shots down was proving to be an issue. Firstly for Seng Shuo, and then for Elise Perry. Opportunities were few and far between at Adelaide's end. While the Lady Reds strived to make something of this throw-in, they lacked the creativity in front of goal to pose much of a problem for keeper Lydia Williams. The breakthrough for Canberra came in the 45th minute when Ellie Brush headed a Perry corner straight into the net. brush-fittingly thanked her dual international teammate with a tribute to Perry's talent on the cricket pitch. Canberra all but wrapped up victory in the 88th minute. Zheng Shuo proved hard to shut down in the area, and with Emily van Egmond arriving as support, the second goal had to come. 1 minute into extra time, Canberra had one last attempt at a regular season goal, Perry capitalising on a Van Egmond cross to cap off a first-class performance in a topsy-turvy season for Canberra. The convincing 3-0 victory shows Canberra is peaking at the right time, but United still needed Perth to beat Melbourne in order to secure a semi-finals berth.
We started really well in probably the first 5 minutes, and then after that just probably let them back in a little bit, and look, all credit to them, they played a good game. They do have a solid defence, so yeah, for us it was just about being patient and not trying too hard to, I guess, play the miracle ball and just sort of move it around and hopefully get in behind them.
The Perth-Melbourne match was a bad case of deja vu for the Victory, who again needed a result against a non-top 4 team in the last round to make the semis. Perth's first good chance didn't arrive until the second half. Sam Kerr looked like she meant business, but so did Melbourne keeper Melissa Barbieri. It took Melbourne just a minute to turn the tables. However, the road to scoring proved to be filled with obstacles for Celine Kurele, who was halted first by the crossbar and then by workers. With the game still goalless after 63 minutes, the home side needed a major boost, and Lisa Devanna was only too happy to oblige. The Matildas striker made her presence felt just minutes after taking to the field and almost broke the scoring stalemate as well, pairing up beautifully with the sensational Katie Gill. But Perth was unable to capitalise. 2 shots at goal failed to achieve anything but a spectacular Barbieri save. Unfortunately for Melbourne, the Glory Girls were just warming up. Devanna turned on the speed yet again, and no one could stop her this time. Even Devanna would have to admit the goal was a bit classier than the celebrations. It was Gill who finally ended Victory's hopes of extending their season beyond the 10 weeks. This looping shot too good for Barbieri. The 2-0 result, a massive disappointment for Melbourne, the result giving Canberra an entree to the semis.
Yeah, I'm very happy. It's a good result for the team to finish off. We started off a bit slow in the season, but to come out last 3 games strong, we're very happy with that. And I'm happy with my performance as well.
2 quality players in Katie Gill and Lisa Devanna, the Matildas, and this is what the W-League needs. We need quality players like that, and you can't, you blink and they score.
So Sydney showed impeccable timing to finish on top for the first time this season and claim the premiership for 2009. A tight top 3 and an equally tight finish between Canberra and Melbourne, United sneaking into the semis through their superior goal difference. While Perth showed moments of brilliance, their season lacked consistency. Adelaide and Newcastle, meanwhile, never really got going and will be looking for a better performance next year.